You gave a presentation last year. 9 people said it was great. 1 person looked bored for a second. Guess which moment your brain kept replaying at 2 a.m. Not the compliments, the one flicker of doubt, stored in perfect detail while the actual wins quietly faded. Here's the first insight. Psychologists call this negativity bias, and it's not a personal flaw, it's a survival setting. For most of human history, missing a threat could get you killed, while missing a reward just meant a slightly worse day. So the brain evolved to weigh negative information more heavily than positive information, by default, automatically, without asking permission. Think of it like a smoke detector. It's designed to be oversensitive on purpose, better to go off 10 times for burnt toast than to miss one real fire. Your memory works the same way with failures. It would rather overflag a small embarrassment as critical, review this again, than risk letting a real mistake slip by unexamined. This is where it gets more specific. Failures also tend to come with something successes usually don't: a clear emotional spike, embarrassment, frustration, adrenaline. Memory research consistently shows that emotionally intense moments get encoded more vividly than neutral or mildly pleasant ones. A success often just feels like relief, quiet and brief. A failure feels loud, and loud gets filed as important. Picture 2 students after an exam. One got nearly everything right, felt fine for an hour, then moved on. The other missed 1 question and thought about that single question, specifically, for the rest of the week. Same exam, wildly different memory weight, purely because one moment came wrapped in more emotional intensity than the other. Here's a detail that surprises people. This bias also distorts the math. Research on workplace feedback has found that people typically need somewhere around 5 positive interactions to offset the emotional impact of 1 negative one. Not because the positives don't count, but because each negative one is simply weighted so much heavier by default. So what can you actually do with this? When a failure keeps replaying uninvited, that's not proof it mattered more, it's just your smoke detector doing its oversensitive job. Try deliberately naming 1 success from the same day, out loud or in writing. You're not rewriting the story, you're just finally giving the quiet win the same volume the loud mistake got for free.